Well, I mean, it's always exciting this time of year, and there's always that unknown about how your team's going to play and how the other teams are going to play. But that's why that's why you play the game, to go out and see. Nobody cares about the rest of your season. It all comes down. Everybody starts the same, and we'll be starting with the Bison from Howard, and I watched some film of them, and they're an enthusiastic team, very athletic, and there's a lot of ways to play. There's a lot of different combinations that can give teams opportunity, whether it's a team that's seeded or a team that's making the tournament for the first time. We'll have to play well. That's how it is. And this has been a season where I think we've had some matches where we obviously didn't play well, and some matches where it looked like we were going to play well. And the season is upon us, where everybody will judge how the 2015 team finished. So that's the start on Friday. I mean, everybody's different. I mean, that's the whole thing. They played a couple of Big Ten teams. They played Rutgers and Maryland, and they went 4 games with both of those teams and played well. They've won their last 13 matches, which is certainly something we can't say we've done. And Dayton on the other side has won 24 straight matches, which is another thing. We played Villanova earlier in the year, so we might be favored, but being favored doesn't mean you're going to be successful. So we have to try and get our game to play at a level that we're comfortable with, and hopefully do the things that we do well, and recognize that every team is going to do something that they do really well. And certainly Howard is an enthusiastic, bouncy, athletic team that does a number of things that I'm sure will get our attention, and hopefully we won't be too rattled with what they do and the enormity of the event for some of the players. And that's the unknown that coaches don't really know. I mean, I don't know how many times we've been in the NCAAs, but we've won the championship more than anybody else, but I always think the same thing at the beginning. I really have no idea how some people are going to play.
The Big Ten's really competitive, so on any given night, anyone can win, and I think the same thing can be said for the tournament. It's do or die. If you win, you advance. If you don't, you go home thinking, what could I have done better? And I know our team has talked a lot about not regretting anything that we do at the end of the season, and not saying what if, or what if I did more, or what if I did less, or whatever. So I think any team and every team has that mindset too, of saying, I want to win, I want to go home, I don't want to go home. So, and I think it's the same way in the Big Ten. I think it's really competitive, and it will be competitive for the rest of my career at Penn State. And I think Kendall does as well.
I think that's been such a big thing in my career. I've been kind of taken under the wing of so many great players ahead of me that I hope I can do the same for younger players. I hope we can treat every game as equal amount, and that we don't get too hype about something, but also aren't afraid to go after and see what we can do. So if we can really just focus in and get our freshmen, our sophomores, our juniors, and our senior class just feeling good and as one team going into this tournament, I think we'll be all set.
Well, I mean, there were a number of years where we were one of the top seeds, so there's different pressures and expectations. Our last 10 matches certainly removed that expectation, but there's some players on our team who I think have had great experience in the NCAA tournament, and the hope is that they'll play well and they'll enhance the play of others around them. I always look at the tournament as it's how you play, not who you play. And if you do the things you do well, you have a chance. And there's some matchups that are just bad matchups, whether it's our team or some other team. There's going to be, upsets happen, whether we're talking the volleyball championships or the basketball championships. There's always some opponent that plays great and seizes the moment and has their day, and we'll try and prepare as best we can, and hope that that we're ready to go. I don't have a special wand that I wave over them and say, hey, it's the tournament, let's go win. I wish that was the case, but it always comes down to hard work and learning from the other situations. Obviously, our last match that we played, we were disappointed with everything about the match other than how Ayana played, in my opinion. And you got to get back in the gym and work hard. And Coach Paterno used to say, you're not as good as you think you are when you win, and you're not as bad as you think you are when you lose. It's I think it's what you do after you lose that really is going to have a greater impact on who you are than how you act after you win.